Welcome to the Sprinkles of Spirit podcast, where self-love meets faith, and your soul is reminded it's here to flourish. I'm Lisa, your guide to unleashing your full potential through soulful insights and grounded tools. This is your sacred space to heal, grow, and bloom wherever you are planted. I am here to remind you of your inherent worthiness to live an inspired life in your mind, body, and spirit. And may you always carry this sacred truth. You are loved beyond measure. Hello, and welcome back to the podcast. I listened back on my last episode and I realized, I need to raise the vibration here. That was a little bit of a serious one, but for those of you who've been here with me on this, creative journey, my vocal spiritual journal that it turns out to be, thank you. And if you are new and you just found us here, welcome in. This is where I talk about all the things, mind, body, spirit, on the journey of self-love, on your journey of faith, of spirituality, of personal growth, of all the things that as a yoga and meditation teacher, I have learned, the wisdom I have gained. I have reached a point where it's time to show up and share. So first, and I realize some of you may skip through this part, but that's okay. I challenge you to please breathe with me. Just one cycle. Let's get into the here and now together, fully present, and let go of our day. So if you will, put down all the things for a moment. Just relax your shoulders. And let's take a deep breath in through the nose, filling up all the way. And a gentle exhale out of your mouth as you relax the jaw. Relax your shoulders. And then breathe in through your nose as you feel fully present here, ready to receive. And then exhale through the nose. Thank you. And then slowly opening our eyes. It always helps me begin too. So I celebrated my birthday a few weeks ago, and we have the new year, right? Where everybody thinks about setting New Year's resolutions, some goals, new intentions. But for me, my birthday, it's my personal new year. So that's when I check in. I look at the astrology of my chart. I listen back on my natal birth chart reading with my personal astrologer. Shout out, Shelly Saunier. Love you. I'll put her link. I check back on that, and I kind of do my own personal New Year review. And I always like to pick a word, a word that kind of goes with, the beginning of my next circle around the sun. And I'll share with you guys what I wrote down. And it is the word this year, spaciousness. Spaciousness. Like, just want to feel the frequency of having room in my mind. I definitely am amidst probably what is going to be the busiest decade of my life, a lot going on. personally, professionally, creatively. And I'm just longing for some space, some room to breathe, to create more time to do more of what I love, more time for self-care, for self-love, more time for diving deep into all the things I'm passionate about learning and growing. And so I thought I'd have more of a fun episode for you to listen to because, I like to share all the things that could possibly help you along your journey of self-care and of self-love and of going deeper with yourself and learning and growing in your mind, in your body, and in your spirit. And I thought to myself, well, with this being, halftime, God willing, what does that look like for me these days? What's going on? What am I doing? What do I love right now for my mind, for my body, and for my spirit? And I will try not to let this get too long. Maybe I'll have like a part 1, part 2, but yeah, so let me share, and then I'm going to end with, stay with me because I've been getting to know a new deck by the beautiful Rebecca Campbell. She came out with this awesome deck, The Inner Temple, because that is where all of the answers we seek reside. It's inside of us, and if there's one thing I've learned, let's get into it. The mind, it is the power of where we dwell on a daily basis. That is just such a good, simple journal prompt too. Where am I dwelling in my mind every day? What thoughts am I filling my mind up when I wake up in the morning? And I look back and right now, today, what does that look like? I am very mindful. Over the years, I've learned what mindfulness is, and it's paying attention. And so I pay attention to the present moment, to what thoughts are going on in my head. Sometimes I fail, of course, and I react versus taking a moment to breathe and respond. But for the most part, I wake up, the first word I say is thank you. Thank you. Thank you for my breath, for this body, that I'm here another day. I can walk, I can talk, I can breathe. Before I put my feet on the floor, I'm saying thank you. I don't look at my phone because this is like, you have to train your mind. This is mind training. And the more you do it, the better you get at it, the easier it becomes. You make something part of your life. It's like my, daily hygiene for my mental state is saying thank you. And it is not looking at the phone first thing when I get up. And I know we're living in a world where a lot of us, our heads are down, chin down, gaze is down, looking at that phone, right? What's there? It has and holds our attention, and mine too. But I've gotten really good at owning it, at I'm in control. I don't have to allow this thing to grab my attention first thing in the morning, and I don't. For those of you who follow me on the Instagram, Flourish with Lisa, I do love to share daily inspiration. So the only thing I do first thing in the morning is I share a calendar affirmation, positive affirmation. I make sure I capture that, but then I'm saying my prayers on the way to work. I'm listening to high vibe frequency music, or like I said, daily prayers, and then possibly listening to maybe a podcast that I want to catch up on or learn something new, or maybe a book, an audio book, which is another thing I do for my mind these days. I am always reading. And for those of you who may be amidst your journey of personal growth, I cannot tell you how much I value authors, people who write and share wisdom, because books were a huge part of continue to be a huge part of my personal growth journey of diving deep into self-inquiry, of understanding our human potential through the mind and through the body and through the spirit, books. So if you're someone in the middle of your journey, or, you're looking to dive deeper, I encourage you to, what is something you're curious about? Go ahead and put it in ChatGPT. Ask it for a list of books that will help you with this, this, and this, with what it is that is sitting on your heart space right now. And this could be in the realm of relationships, in the realm of financial freedom, in the realm of creativity. There are so many beautiful authors out there. Right now, I am diving deep and working with the work of Father Richard Rohr, who is a Franciscan priest, and I have been soaking up his books, and they've just really helped me with my journey of faith, of deepening and knowing and trusting that it's so personal and it is something to be experienced. Your spirituality is an experience, right? And I'll get into that when I talk about spirit. But for my mental state, I know when I read and I take in a book that is something like I literally can't wait to go home. And, I love reading in the evening. I love reading before bed. I know for some people that would keep you up, but it's just very special to me sitting up in bed and grabbing that book that I just can't wait to read the next chapter of. You really feel the frequency of the words coming off the page from the author. So if you struggle with reading, then I do encourage the audiobook option, to keep your mental state filled with positivity, with something you're learning, something you can dive deeper in, having aha moments, understanding yourself on a deeper level, and for those of you who click play on this podcast, I know we share that, we share that interest because we're here to grow and we're so curious, right? About our spirituality, about our energy centers, about what does it mean to manifest, we're into all these things. So, think about that and grab that book off the shelf, go to the bookstore, log in, listen to an audiobook. So what else I do from a mental state, of course, and this connects to your spirituality too, is meditation. And I have shared with you, I'd love for you to join me on Insight Timer. I have several tracks there and I've been connecting with the community there live, and it's really powerful. So if you haven't, I'd love for you to join the next one. I'll put the link for that too. But meditation is something that changed my life. And I really feel like we hear it, and I remember years ago, even when I was reading books by Deepak Chopra and, meditation, I never actually sat and did it, because it was difficult, until I started doing the physical asana practice. My yoga practice on the mat became a moving meditation. It was then in those moments of shavasana, the final resting pose, that I could literally feel myself dropping into this deeper state and having insights that I wasn't having before. And then I realized how powerful that is. And it is, again, you are training your mind to sit still. The world is filled with fast, let's go, go, go. The news is constantly feeding us, quite frankly, negative energy, lower frequency. And it's really important that we bring back into our mind spaciousness, space between those thoughts. Time for you to get still, time for you to listen, because we've heard it before, but it is true. All of what you seek abides within. All the answers you are looking for are within. But we have to get quiet. We have to have this as a practice in our life. whether it's a walking meditation or, yes, on your yoga mat, or going for a walk in nature on the beach, sitting outside in the sun, anything that really helps you, or listening to, solfeggio frequency music, anything that helps you, go inward and tune out the outside world. I do this. This is part of my daily life. And it has shifted my ability to, my turnaround time is a lot quicker. What does that mean? When something does set me off, because of course it does, I'm human. I'm having this human experience. And of course, things trigger me. But my comeback time, like I'm able to come out of that and I catch it. That's paying attention. That's mindfulness. I'm aware of what I just did. I'm able to breathe and shift myself out of having a reaction, and move into reflection, to step back, and ask, what is this moment teaching me? What is this conversation triggering in me? What needs to be looked at, Yeah. And then, what has also come to me, and this was part of my reading from last year, this word kept coming up, and this word, I would say, was probably my last year word that I didn't even realize, but joy. Joy. Bringing the frequency of joy into every day is crucial to living a happy, well-balanced life. And you know what? I am someone who I never realized, but I need to pay attention to that. I'm someone who I can't listen. I'm a Capricorn moon. I can be a worrywart. I can really want to do something, but then I'll list 10 reasons of why I really shouldn't do it. And then I don't do it. And then I don't do the thing. And then I regret it. Joy. It's allowing myself to be in joy and to go to the show and buy the ticket and do the thing and have the adventure, go on the trip. And, thank God I've been blessed with my beautiful husband. Really brings joy into my life in so many ways. And he's like, let's go, like, let's book the trip. Let's do this. Let's do this. So, life will have a way of bringing you the right people and the right opportunities to experience joy. And what I'm going to tell you is I encourage you to say yes. To say yes. Because we have this one life, right? I mean, here I am. And I just look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I really did. I don't want to say anything's a waste, but I certainly took up a lot of my mental space, was filled with fear. And it just doesn't move the needle. It doesn't move the needle in any way, shape, or form. So the faster we can tackle that fear and allow ourselves to come from a place of love and to drop into the energy of joy, of laughter, of doing an activity just for the heck of doing it, shake your butt off on the dance floor, buy the awesome, sexy outfit, strut your stuff, be confident, feel beautiful inside and out, and laugh and love life. Because what I have experienced is everything is frequency. It's really feeling the frequency of joy that attracts more joy, and you become this magnet. And I'm going to tell you, if you're sitting here, and I remember listening to the spiritual teachers and authors that I have listened to for years talk about this and go, really? Is that really how it goes? Yeah. Let me be an example for you. Yeah. This is really how it goes. It works. Frequency is real. And it's like, let's check in. What's the frequency of my mind every day? Where am I dwelling? Let me drop into joy. Let me do something positive. So, oh my gosh, we're at 20 minutes already. My body. How do I take care of my body? Okay. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. And I'm someone who, thank God, I was, a very nervous child. I had a lot of social anxiety, lived with a lot of fear. And it wasn't until I learned the benefits of moving my physical body and feeling what's going on, what am I feeling in my body, that things changed. And I experienced a release, of course, of stress, a release of anxiety. It was like I went to the gym for 20 years nonstop. I mean, it was probably not such a healthy obsession/addiction that today it's about balance. It's about finding a balance, striking a balance. But yes, I'm going to say if you can, you got to move your body. If we want to keep moving, we have to keep moving. That is just the plain simple truth. But it really is finding the activity to move your body in a way that you will move your body every day. What do you like? Running or walking or yes, yoga or Pilates. Today we have so many options right from the comfort of your home. You can practice. I have classes on YouTube I recorded during COVID. All these things, it doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. But yes, when you connect with and feel and move your body, the benefits are endless, endless, physically, emotionally, mentally, energetically, and spiritually. Because yes, what I've learned along my evolution is the issues, quite frankly, are in our tissues. The issues are in our tissues. Emotions, traumas, difficult experiences we don't know what to do with. The body, our hips especially, can become the junk drawer of our body, and it can get stuck. Energy is emotions moving, right? Emotions are energy in motion, rather, and we've got to keep it moving. We want things to move through us. And how do we do that? We move, we breathe, we stretch, we build strength. And if one thing I can say now is I do wish my focus when I was younger was strong over skinny, strong over skinny, because I remember, and today I still battle. I had a personal trainer once tell me I suffered from, what was it called? BDD, body. It was like body dysmorphia disorder or something. And, it was just constantly beating myself up mentally. Nothing was ever good enough. So I wish when I was younger, I worked on that more and had a deeper understanding of balance and of self-love. And strong over skinny, like not perfection. It's about being healthy and strong, and the benefits, again, are just going to be there for you. That is something I will tell you to thrive on an energetic level is move your body, move your body. So, and then I think I am going to do like a part 2, and because I can talk about specific products that I use, and I think that'll be kind of fun. I'll share like literally the specific things I'm eating, I'm drinking, exercises I'm specifically doing, and that'll be more fun. But so thirdly, spirit. And this is my favorite subject is spirituality. I studying our human potential, diving deep, self-inquiry. It's written all over my natal birth chart, thanks to Shelley. I learned self-love it's just there. It's written all over my chart. And the journey of self-love and faith is deeply connected to our spirituality. And if you are here, I know you are on that path, and I'm so grateful that you're here with me. And know that our spiritual journey is personal. It is so very personal, but know that we're not doing it alone. we have an angelic team around us and a higher power of your own understanding that we can call on, And when I started to like literally speak out loud, praying out loud, asking questions out loud, the frequency, it's like you will feel the frequency, goosebumps all over. You can talk the same way you're talking to your dearest friend and confidant. This is how you want to deepen your relationship, with your higher power and understand, that your inherent worthiness, your true essence beyond this physical body. And I will give you the book, Immortal Diamond, Your Immortal Diamond by Father Richard Rohr. Great book to understand that in life we are slowly chipping away. Hopefully you get to a point where you want to chip away at this outer hard shell, right? The labels, the experiences, the names, the jobs that we kind of identify with. We recognize this is not our true identity. Our true identity is inside. It's in that inner temple. Our true essence that we all came into this life, I feel, to experience, to learn, to grow, to connect. Yes, via relationship, and to create. And one thing that I have learned, and I have total goosebumps right now saying this, is if you are someone who holds this fear, this worry that, oh my goodness, why isn't this happening? Why isn't that happening? It's understanding and really believing in your inherent worthiness by divine design. What is meant for you will never pass you by. I stand in total faith and know it to be true. What is meant for you by divine design will never pass you by. The what, the who, the when. We don't really need to concern ourselves with that. We only need to connect to this deep place inside, to ask for guidance, and to be willing to grow, to be willing to learn, to be willing to go through life from a place of love, of openness, of confidence, of courage, of faith, and not fear. And I realize from day to day, what I can tell you is it's not every day that we're there, but that's okay. That is why we have all of these beautiful practices and tools, whether it be yoga, whether it be meditation, whether it be astrology or human design or EFT tapping or therapy or working with your spiritual coach or holistic healing, acupuncture, all these beautiful, plant medicine. Like there's so many things to learn and dive into. And these are all there for us. Think of it as this just beautiful garden, right? Of options that we are given, that we are blessed with, that we will come into alignment with when we ask with an open heart. And we're willing. But believe me when I say your frequency matters. And our frequency that we carry, what we are being, is what we are attracting. We attract who we are on a daily basis. Which, yes, ultimately means we are manifesting with every thought, every day. And we have the power to make a shift. And be forgiving and loving with yourself, because this is the human experience, and I don't wake up every day in a great mood. And But I know my comeback time is like, I can shift my frequency quite quickly, quite fast, because I know I have these practices, I have these tools, I have the teachers around me, I have the beautiful coaches around me. I am blessed because I've come into alignment with all that supports my highest good. And I know that is our inherent worthiness. We are meant for that. We are all meant for that. And so the journey is beautiful and it's grateful. It's filled with gratitude. And I feel filled with gratitude for this journey and for you and just get lit up, just get lit up, because I know it's ever evolving and deepening. And as I create and share, I'm just so grateful that I'm aligning with my tribe, and will continue to show up and share and hopefully motivate you and uplift you on your path, if nothing else, right? So like I said, I'll do another episode and give specifics. Like I'll even put links with all the cool, fun stuff, Maybe I'll record that for YouTube as well. But let's see what the Inner Temple Oracle wants to say to us this week, And I am going to read from her book as I'm getting to know this deck myself. It's gorgeous. So let's ask for a moment just a message, guidance for every person listening to this. In this moment right now, where we are in our life, may our angels gather around us right here, right now, and bring forth a message for our highest good that we will understand. So, let's see what we get here. I wasn't going to do this live, but it was guided to. And it's never wrong. Okay. Let me get my glasses. Okay. Oh my God, these cards are so pretty. Ooh. And it says the holiest temple. And it is a woman, and she is embraced by sparkling divine light all around her. And she is like dancing, kind of almost like showing off with flowers. And I just get this freedom kind of feeling, calling on her higher power. The holiest temple. Okay, let me look in the book. Let's see what she writes about this. Okay, so it says, oh my gosh, and what did I just talk about, you guys? The body is the destination and the pathway home to everything we seek. There's no greater power and no deeper wisdom than that which exists within. Your body has an intelligence beyond what you could possibly imagine. It's always talking to you, sometimes singing, other times screaming. It's through the body that our soul and the divine can speak. Your intuitive senses are forever delivering information to guide you every moment of every day. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so crazy, right? Your body, what's your body wanting you to know today? What does it have to say? How can you call your soul to you more fully? So it says, so many of us were taught to dismiss the body or to see the body as something other than sacred. This is one of the worst crimes there is, for there's no greater companion for the soul than the physical body, and no more sacred a vessel than it. So this card is an invitation to move your body and to cherish it, to prioritize its needs above all else, to honor it, to shower gratitude upon it. Yes, the body is the destination, not just the vehicle. It will show you how to process and how to heal. Through the body, you'll be able to experience it all. The highs and the lows, the salty and the sweet, the ecstasy and the agony. When we're disconnected from the body, we are disconnected from the sacred and the soul. Your body knows how to move through all that life throws at you. So dance, run, walk, shake. Whatever you do, your body knows what you need, and it will show you the way through everything and anything if you let it. How are you being called to move your body today? Oh my gosh, this totally speaks to me because my body has been speaking to me. I've been healing my gut, which is like digestion, it's cleansing and clearing. I have been longing for hot yoga, which is strengthening and clearing. And, when we feel anything, you immediately want to ask, what am I feeling in my body? The body is talking to you. Where do you feel this in your body? We can feel a hell yes, and we can feel an F no, right? So, how perfect this card popped up. So, my tribe here, do something, shake it, move your body, pick an activity, I would say this week, this month. Take a look at your daily habits. How are you taking care of your body? Do you feel disconnected from it? What a perfect message to end on. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So check in with the frequency of your mind, of your body, and of your spirit this week. And let me know how it goes for you. So all the links in the show notes for you. And I hope to see you soon on Insight Timer for the next live. And I will get part 2 uploaded as well to get into the fun things, like the fun things that I use on a daily basis. Like I said, what I'm eating and what I'm doing for my body. Beauty, I am a glam girl. So let me share with you all the things specifically, that I do. And that'll be fun. So I hope to see you in part 2. Until next time, have a beautiful week.